Welcome to Rare Wheel Stories, and this is our list of the 100 greatest American cars of the last 100 years. Starting in 1925, it's the Rickenbacker 8. Introduced by the Rickenbacker Motor Company, an enterprise founded by World War I flying ace Eddie Rickenbacker, the Rickenbacker 8 represented a significant step forward in middle-class automotive luxury. Though not as ubiquitous as Ford or Chevrolet, this model featured a straight 8 engine, which was a technical novelty at the time. The company prioritized safety, equipping the car with four-wheel brakes as standard, an uncommon feature in 1925. This engineering advantage underscored the brand's commitment to driver well-being, a concept still in its infant stages of the era. Despite its promising innovations, Rickenbacker faced stiff competition and ultimately ceased operations in 1927. Nevertheless, the Rickenbacker 8 remains a noteworthy testament to pioneering safety and performance advancements in early American motoring. Now on to 1926, we have the Pontiac Series 627. In 1926, General Motors introduced the Pontiac brand to bridge the gap between Chevrolet and Oldsmobile. The Pontiac Series 627, named for its six-cylinder engine and 1927 model year, captured immediate attention with its reliability and modest pricing. Positioned as a companion brand, Pontiac quickly surpassed its parent division in sales. Solid engineering and sound marketing played pivotal roles in this success. The Series 627 offered robust mechanicals that appealed to cost-conscious families, providing a refined driving experience without the premium price tag. The vehicle's launch became a milestone in GM's history, illustrating the power of brand segmentation in the booming 1920s automobile market and establishing Pontiac's enduring legacy. For 1927, our pick is the Ford Model T. Although the famous Model T debuted in 1908, 1927 marked the final production year of this groundbreaking automobile. Known affectionately as the Tin Lizzie, Ford's Model T had democratized driving through its affordability, ease of operation, and mass production methods refined by Henry Ford. By 1927, over 15 million units had been produced. This unparalleled number underscored the Model T's influence not only on the automotive industry, but also on American society at large. Despite new competition from Chevrolet and Dodge, the Model T remained a cultural icon, representing the spirit of progress and innovation that defined the early 20th century. Its final run in 1927 ended an epic chapter in automotive history. In 1928, we have the Chrysler Imperial L80. Introduced as a luxury flagship, the 1928 Chrysler Imperial L80 demonstrated Walter P. Chrysler's ambition to challenge established brands such as Cadillac and Packard. Equipped with a smooth-running six-cylinder engine, the Imperial offered advanced engineering and refined appointments. The L80 moniker denoted its lengthy 136-inch wheelbase, providing generous cabin space and comfort. Its design reflected a taste for understated elegance, blending a refined exterior with a plush interior that catered to affluent buyers. Though it faced formidable competition from the premium segment, the Imperial L80 placed Chrysler firmly in the luxury arena. With its superior craftsmanship and reliability, this model helped cement Chrysler's reputation for delivering world-class automobiles. For 1929, we have the Packard Custom 8. During the Roaring Twenties, Packard was synonymous with prestige, and the 1929 Custom 8 captured the epitome of American luxury motoring. The Custom 8 featured a robust straight 8 engine, balancing power with smoothness. Packard's meticulous craftsmanship was evident in every detail, from the lavish interior trimmings to the stately exterior styling that exuded exclusivity. Buyers could commission custom coach builders to tailor the car to individual tastes, making each Custom 8 a reflection of its owner's social standing. Despite looming economic downturn, Packard continued to flourish in 1929, building vehicles that transcended mere transportation. The Custom 8 remains an enduring emblem of sophistication and engineering prowess from the golden age of American automobiles. In 1930, we have the Cadillac V16. General Motors elevated luxury to an extraordinary level with the 1930 Cadillac V16. This revolutionary automobile boasted a 16-cylinder engine, an audacious feat of engineering that delivered exceptional smoothness and power. Opulence permeated the design with sweeping bodywork and elaborate handcrafted interiors. Although introduced at the onset of the Great Depression, the V16 garnered admiration among the wealthy who sought the most prestigious automobiles. Its whisper-quiet engine and effortless performance underscored Cadillac's commitment to technological supremacy. Manufactured in limited numbers to maintain exclusivity, the V16 remains a hallmark of the pre-war classic era. Today, collectors revere the model for its rarity, innovation, and the unmatched status it conferred on its discerning clientele. For 1931, we have the Stutz SV16. Stutz, already famous for its Bearcat sports car, continued its performance tradition in 1931 with the SV16. This model, named for its 16-valve inline-8 engine, showcased the brand's aptitude for merging sporty engineering with refined appointments. The SV16 employed advanced features such as a 4-speed transmission, considered a rarity in the early 1930s, allowing for enhanced control at higher speeds. Its chassis and suspension design prioritized handling, bolstering Stutz's reputation for delivering driver-focused automobiles. Although the Great Depression constrained Stutz's market, the SV16 persistently captured the imagination of enthusiasts who valued performance and exclusivity. It stands as a testament to the brand's resilience and innovative engineering during a time of economic turbulence. For the 1932 year, we have the Ford V8. Ford revolutionized the mass market segment in 1932 by introducing the affordable flathead V8 engine. Until that point, 8-cylinder power had largely been reserved for luxury brands. Henry Ford's insistence on offering a V8 at a price comparable to that of a 6-cylinder competitor reshaped the industry's landscape. The 1932 Ford, sometimes referred to as the Deuce, became a favorite among hot rodding enthusiasts in the later decades. But in its own time, the car stood out for providing relatively high horsepower in an accessible package. As a technical marvel, the flathead V8 underscored Ford's commitment to driving innovation. It also paved the way for an American fascination with V8 performance that endures to this day. For the 1933 year, we have the Auburn 12161. Auburn, part of the Cord Corporation, introduced the 12161 as a pinnacle of pre-war luxury and innovation. Powered by a 12-cylinder Lycoming engine, this model offered exhilarating performance without sacrificing comfort. The refined styling featured sweeping lines and an artful grille, capturing the elegance of the era. Auburn's vehicles were known for blending advanced engineering like dual ratio rear axles for improved efficiency with captivating design. The 12161 epitomized these strengths, appealing to buyers who demanded speed and sophistication. Despite the economic woes of the Great Depression, Auburn managed to carve out a niche for its upscale offerings. Today, the 12161 remains a highly sought-after collector's item, celebrated for its craftsmanship and rarity. For 1934, we have the Chrysler Airflow. The 1934 Chrysler Airflow was a radical departure from conventional automotive design. Pioneering aerodynamic principles, Chrysler enlisted aircraft engineers to shape its streamlined body, thereby reducing drag and improving fuel efficiency. Despite its technological merit, featuring a lighter, rigid unibody construction and improved weight distribution, the Airflow failed to capture the broader public's approval. Many consumers found its styling too futuristic. Nonetheless, its significance in automotive engineering can't be overstated. The airflow's influence ultimately paved the way for modern car design, proving that aerodynamics could enhance performance and ride quality. Though commercial success eluded it, the airflow endures as a visionary example of form following function in American automotive history. For 1935, we have the Duesenberg Model J. Duesenberg's Model J, first introduced in 1928, continued its grand presence into 1935 with custom-bodied variants. Recognized as one of the finest automobiles ever crafted, the Model J paired uncompromising luxury with prodigious power. Its 8-cylinder engine was capable of producing over 250 horsepower, an extraordinary figure for its era. Each chassis was meticulously fitted with bespoke coachwork from renowned artisans like Murphy, Durham, or LeBaron, making every Model J an exquisite statement of taste and wealth. Even in the Depression-era mid-1930s, owning a Duesenberg was synonymous with status and prestige. The Model J's legacy of masterful engineering and elegance has cemented Duesenberg's place among the legendary names in automotive lore. For the 1936 year, it's the Cord 810. Under the visionary direction of E.L. Cord, the 1936 Cord 810 stunned the automotive world with its front-wheel drive configuration and striking coffin-nose design. The 810 employed a Lycoming V8 engine paired with a semi-automatic transmission, offering advanced engineering that was seldom seen among its contemporaries. Its low-slung aerodynamic body, free from traditional running boards, highlighted a sleek modernism. Hidden headlights activated by hand cranks further enhanced the car's futuristic aesthetic. Although financial difficulties at the Cord Corporation limited its commercial success, the 810 remains a landmark in American automotive design. Revered for its innovation, the Cord 810 exemplifies how groundbreaking engineering and bold styling can leave a lasting imprint on automotive history. For 1937, we have the Buick Special. The Buick Special embodied General Motors' strategy to offer a balance of styling, comfort, and affordability. By 1937, the Buick division had refined its lineup, and the Special became a desirable entry model that still carried Buick's upscale cachet. Equipped with a smooth inline-8 engine and featuring GM's turret-top all-steel construction, the Special provided robust performance and enhanced passenger protection. Buick designers endowed the car with Art Deco-inspired lines, evident in the grille and fender detailing. As a brand historically favored by upwardly mobile customers, Buick promoted the Special as both a statement of taste and a sensible investment. Its sales success reaffirmed Buick's status as a cornerstone of GM's diverse portfolio. For the year 1938, we have the Cadillac 60 Special. Conceived by legendary General Motors stylist Bill Mitchell, the 1938 Cadillac 60 Special heralded a new era of streamlined luxury sedans. Distinguished by its lower roofline and the absence of traditional running boards, the 60 Special showcased sleek proportions that departed from the bulkier styles of the period. This design language influenced future GM products, ushering in a preference for aerodynamic elegance. Beyond aesthetics, Cadillac equipped the 60 Special with a robust V8 engine and plush appointments, reflecting the brand's commitment to top-tier comfort. As an industry trailblazer, it attracted style-conscious buyers seeking modernity in their luxury cars. The 1938 60 Special remains an iconic reference point for American automotive design innovation. For 1939, we have the Mercury 8. Introduced by Ford Motor Company, the Mercury brand was envisioned as a bridge between Ford's utilitarian offerings and Lincoln's premium line. The 1939 Mercury 8 laid the foundation for this mid-price segment, combining Ford's proven engineering with a more upscale interior and a more powerful V8. Positioned to compete with Buick and Oldsmobile, Mercury's first car offered improved performance over standard Fords due to its larger displacement engine. Drivers appreciated the refined ride and sense of exclusivity without the prohibitive cost of a true luxury marquee. The Mercury 8's success demonstrated the viability of a mid-level brand, a strategy that would keep Mercury in the automotive conversation for decades to come. And we're on to 1940 with the Packard 120. Designed to broaden Packard's customer base, the 120 played a critical role in preserving the brand through the economic challenges of the late 1930s and early 1940s. Positioned below Packard's top-tier models, the 120 offered exceptional build quality and engineering at a more affordable price point. Its straight-eight engine provided a refined balance of power and smoothness, bolstered by Packard's reputation for reliability. The 1940 iteration featured updated styling with more streamlined fenders and a handsome grille that maintained the brand's signature elegance. With the 120, Packard successfully expanded beyond its traditional elite clientele, reinforcing its status as an American luxury innovator capable of adapting to changing market dynamics. And for 1941, we have the Lincoln Continental. Originally conceived as a one-off custom build for Edsel Ford's personal use, the Lincoln Continental debuted in production form in 1940, with the 1941 model year refining its luxurious character. Characterized by its long hood, short deck, and distinct Continental rear-mounted spare tire, the design stood as a paragon of understated elegance. Its V12 engine delivered smooth, effortless motoring, appealing to drivers who valued quiet refinement. Edsel Ford's personal taste shaped the car's sophisticated styling, reinforcing Lincoln's pursuit of artful automotive design. Though World War II soon halted production, the Continental's iconic lines and elevated status set the tone for post-war luxury. Its lasting influence even led to revivals in subsequent decades. For 1942, we have the Willys MB Jeep. With America's entry into World War II, civilian car production halted in February 1942 to focus on military needs. The Willys MB, commonly referred to as the Jeep, emerged as an essential wartime vehicle that defined American ingenuity. Lightweight, durable, and remarkably capable off-road, the Jeep proved indispensable to Allied forces in multiple theaters of war. Manufactured by both Willys Overland and Ford under government contracts, the MB's design prioritized utility and reliability. Its four-wheel drive system gave it unparalleled mobility for its size. While not a passenger car in the traditional sense, the 1942 Willys MB Jeep stands as a quintessential American vehicle, symbolizing the nation's resilient industrial effort and fostering the future of off-road automobiles. For 1943, we have the Chevrolet G506. Though 1943 saw no new civilian models, American companies continued to excel in producing military vehicles. Chevrolet's G506 series of 1.5-ton 4x4 trucks was a mainstay for the U.S. Army and its allies. Featuring a robust six-cylinder engine and capable drivetrain, the G506 served as cargo transports, bomb service trucks, and various specialty configurations. These reliable trucks supported operations from North Africa to the Pacific, emphasizing Chevrolet's industrial might. The G506's standardized components streamlined maintenance and repairs in harsh wartime environments. While overshadowed by the ubiquitous Willys Jeep in popular culture, the G506 played a vital role in logistical support. Its straightforward engineering and durability remain a testament to America's wartime manufacturing prowess. For 1944, we have the Ford GPW. Similar to Willys, Ford contributed to the Allied war effort by producing the GPW. a variant of the military Jeep. The model name derived from G for government contract, P for its 80-inch wheelbase reconnaissance car, and W denoting the Willys design. Ford's assembly lines enabled mass-scale production of this four-wheel drive marvel, ensuring that soldiers worldwide had reliable transport in even the most challenging terrains. Although nearly identical to its Willys counterpart, Ford integrated several subtle manufacturing differences. Regardless of branding, these Jeeps represented a unifying engineering triumph that propelled American forces to greater mobility. Post-war, the Jeep concept would transition seamlessly into civilian markets, foreshadowing the rise of light utility vehicles. And moving on to 1945, we have the Jeep CJ2A. With the war winding down, Willys capitalized on the Jeep's fame by introducing the CJ2A in 1945. Retaining the MB's proven 4x4 platform, the CJ2A included modifications like a tailgate, side-mounted spare tire, and an external fuel cap, suitable for agricultural and recreational use. Billed as the all-around farm workhorse, the CJ2A addressed post-war America's thirst for versatile vehicles capable of handling rural tasks and backcountry adventures. Its open-body design, compact size, and rugged drivetrain made it a favorite among farmers, outdoorsmen, and returning veterans. More than any other model of the era, the Jeep CJ2A represented the democratization of four-wheel drive technology, planting the seeds for the modern SUV segment. For 1946, we have the Kaiser Special. As peace returned, newly formed Kaiser Fraser Corporation seized the opportunity to enter the automobile market. Funded by industrialist Henry J. Kaiser, the 1946 Kaiser Special was among the first truly new post-war American cars. Sporting contemporary styling, the Special featured full-width bodies and advanced interior packaging that maximized passenger space. Although it used a conventional six-cylinder engine, its design broke the warmed-over pre-war models many competitors offered. Kaiser Fraser gained respect for their innovative spirit and fresh approach, despite not having the entrenched dealership networks of Ford or General Motors. The Kaiser Special thus symbolizes post-war optimism, showcasing how new players could momentarily challenge the established order with modern engineering and marketing. For 1947, we have the Studebaker Champion. While other automakers repackaged pre-war designs, Studebaker stood out by unveiling bold new styling for the 1947 Champion. Low-slung and streamlined, the Champion's coming or going design introduced pontoon fenders and a wraparound rear window that gave the car a futuristic aura. Under the hood, a thrifty inline-six offered decent performance and excellent fuel economy, highly appealing in the emerging post-war market. Studebaker's forward-looking ethos resonated with buyers eager for novelty, catapulting the brand's sales. This success energized Studebaker to compete vigorously against Detroit's Big Three. The 1947 Champion remains a milestone for Studebaker's design legacy, exemplifying the excitement of post-war innovation that briefly allowed independent manufacturers to thrive. For 1948, we have the Oldsmobile Futuramic 98. Oldsmobile ushered in the post-war styling boom with its 1948 Futuramic lineup, and the flagship 98 carried the torch of advanced design. Streamlined body contours and minimal chrome detailing gave it an understated modernity. Underneath the sheet metal, Oldsmobile's engineering prowess shone through with a robust 8-cylinder engine delivering smooth performance. By labeling its vehicles Futuramic, Oldsmobile highlighted a commitment to forward-thinking engineering and design, a theme that would culminate in the soon-to-be-famous rocket V8 engine introduced in 1949. The Futuramic 98 remains a testament to GM's push toward modern aesthetics and mechanical sophistication, bridging the gap between traditional pre-war lines and the aerodynamic shapes that would define the 1950s. For 1949, we have the Ford Custom. Capping off the transformative 1940s, Ford's 1949 Custom represented one of the company's first all-new designs after World War II. By abandoning the old transverse spring suspension for a modern independent front suspension, Ford greatly improved handling and ride quality. The exterior's pontoon styling eliminated running boards and integrated front fenders smoothly into the body, reflecting post-war trends. Offered in both 6- and 8-cylinder variants, the 1949 Ford introduced a simplified lineup that appealed to a broad audience seeking reliable, contemporary transportation. This pivotal model revitalized Ford sales and set the stage for the brand's robust expansion in the 1950s. The 49 Custom stands as a milestone in Ford's history, showcasing the power of fresh design and engineering. Into the 1950s with the Chevrolet Bel Air. By 1950, Chevrolet was ready to offer a more stylish alternative to budget-minded sedans. The inaugural Bel Air, positioned as a premium two-door hardtop coupe, quickly became an emblem of aspirational family motoring. Its streamlined roofline, absent the pillar between front and rear windows, gave the Bel Air a sleek, convertible-inspired silhouette. Despite its upscale appearance, it retained Chevrolet's durable blue flame inline-six, balancing performance and economy. This harmonious blend of style and value endeared the Bel Air to a wide swath of American car buyers. Over subsequent years, the nameplate evolved into a distinct model range that often sported optional V8 power, embodying Chevrolet's shift towards mainstream sophistication and performance. For 1951, we have the Studebaker Commander V8. Studebaker continued its design-forward approach with the 1951 Commander V8, debuting an overhead valve engine that yielded more power than many rivals. That performance edge, combined with Studebaker's streamlined styling, allowed the brand to stand out in a crowded market. Featuring a new business coupe and Starlight coupe body style, the Commander captured attention with wraparound rear glass and futuristic lines. Even though Studebaker lacked the production scale of the Big Three, its innovative engineering and bold aesthetics appealed to buyers seeking something distinct from mainstream offerings. The Commander V8's success story underscored that smaller manufacturers could still thrive by embracing modern technology and striking design in early 1950s America. For 1952, we have the Cadillac Series 62. In the early 1950s, Cadillac was synonymous with luxury, prestige, and emerging performance. The 1952 Series 62 underscored GM's dedication to engineering excellence, sporting Cadillac's overhead valve V8, which delivered smooth acceleration and consistent reliability. The car's styling announced its grandeur with a bold egg crate grille, chrome accents, and tail fins that hinted at the jet-age aesthetics to come. Inside, passengers enjoyed plush seating and refined appointments that set Cadillac apart from lesser brands. As the economic prosperity of post-war America grew, so did the demand for automobiles that reflected elevated status. The 1952 Series 62 contributed to Cadillac's continued dominance in the premium segment, forging a legacy of excellence that still resonates today. Into 1953, we have the Chevrolet Corvette C1. Chevrolet broke new ground with the 1953 Corvette, America's first mass-produced fiberglass-bodied sports car. Inspired by European roadsters, the Corvette initially featured a blue flame inline-six and a 2-speed Powerglide automatic transmission, prioritizing style over outright performance. Nonetheless, its sleek body, low stance, and open-top configuration proclaimed a new direction for American motoring. Only 300 units were produced in the inaugural year, each hand-assembled in Flint, Michigan, marking a boutique approach that contrasted with Chevy's typically high-volume business. Though early Corvette sales were modest, the concept laid the groundwork for future high-performance variants. The 1953 Corvette is thus revered as the birthplace of an enduring American sports car legend. For 1954, it is the Buick Skylark. As part of GM's strategy for upscale niche models, Buick's 1954 Skylark followed the success of the limited production 1953 edition. Characterized by luxurious appointments and dramatic styling, the Skylark offered a distinct statement piece for buyers seeking exclusivity. A lively V8 engine delivered commendable performance, complementing the car's handcrafted feel, including beautifully finished wheel cutouts and unique interior trim. Despite its steep price, the Skylark embodied Buick's ambition to compete in premium segments, bridging the gap between mainstream and full-blown luxury. By limiting production, GM ensured the Skylark retained an aura of prestige. Today, its rarity and artistic flourishes make it one of the most collectible post-war Buicks, symbolizing 1950s American automotive flamboyance. And our pick for 1955 is the Ford Thunderbird. In 1955, Ford unveiled the Thunderbird as a personal luxury car, a direct response to Chevrolet's Corvette. While it had sporty overtones, a V8 engine, two-seat configuration, and eye-catching design, the Thunderbird prioritized comfort and convenience. Marketing it as a personal car rather than a strict sports car, Ford deliberately catered to drivers wanting style without sacrificing amenities like roll-up windows, a full convertible top, and a plush interior. The Thunderbird's elegant lines and removable hardtop gave it a distinctive flair that resonated with buyers. Selling well in its debut year, it provided Ford with an iconic nameplate that would evolve over several design generations, symbolizing 1950s optimism and personal luxury on the open road. In 1956, it is the Lincoln Premier. Positioned just below the Continental Mark II, the Lincoln Premier showcased Ford Motor Company's commitment to high-end luxury and advanced styling in the mid-1950s. Featuring a dramatic, elongated body, the Premier embodied the era's fascination with chrome, fins, and futuristic design cues. A powerful V8 engine provided effortless cruising at highway speeds, while upscale amenities like power steering, power brakes, and optional air conditioning offered unmatched comfort. The cabin boasted lavish materials and bold color schemes, appealing to buyers enamored with the glamour of the jet age. Though overshadowed by the more exclusive Continental, the Premier further solidified Lincoln's standing in the luxury segment, appealing to those seeking grandeur without the astronomical cost. Our pick for 1957 is the Chevrolet Bel Air. The 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air remains one of the most iconic American cars of all time, celebrated for its timeless design and broad appeal. Chevy offered several V8 power plants, including the new 283 cubic inch engine with optional fuel injection, signaling a performance leap forward in mainstream automobiles. Stylistically, the 57 Bel Air's tail fins, gold anodized trim, and jet-inspired hood ornaments captivated a public entranced by the space race. Inside, two-tone upholstery and modern conveniences, such as power accessories, elevated the driving experience. Although Ford outsold Chevrolet that year overall, the 57 Bel Air's legacy endures, symbolizing the pinnacle of 1950s car culture and becoming a prized collectible for enthusiasts worldwide. Our pick for 1958 is the Chrysler 300D. The Chrysler 300 letter series represented performance-oriented luxury at its finest, and the 1958 300D built on that reputation. Propelled by a potent 392 cubic inch Hemi V8, the 300D offered near sports car acceleration in a full-size luxury coupe or convertible. It continued Virgil Exner's forward-look styling philosophy, showcasing soaring tail fins and a lowered body profile that exuded dynamic motion even at rest. Innovations such as push-button torque-flight automatic transmissions contributed to the model's advanced image. Despite the economic recession in 1958, the 300D remained a halo car for Chrysler, reinforcing the company's standing as a purveyor of power and prestige. Collectors now revere the 300 letter series for its groundbreaking fusion of performance and luxury. For 1959, our pick is the Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz. By 1959, American automotive styling had reached its pinnacle of flamboyance, and Cadillac led the charge with the Eldorado Biarritz. Towering tail fins, among the tallest in industry history, dominated the design, while the front grille and headlamps emphasized sheer opulence. Under the hood lay a formidable 390 cubic inch V8, delivering ample power to move this hefty convertible with ease. Inside, the Biarritz oozed extravagance, boasting upscale materials, advanced features like Autronic eye headlight dimmers, and power everything. This embodiment of jet-age design captured the confidence and extravagance of late 1950s America. Though polarizing to some critics, the 1959 Eldorado Biarritz remains a cultural touchstone, symbolizing unbridled creativity and luxury in an automotive design. For 1960, our pick is the Plymouth Valiant. Breaking from oversized 1950s styles, Plymouth introduced the compact Valiant in 1960. A reaction to rising fuel prices and competition from European and Japanese imports, the Valiant offered efficiency and practicality without sacrificing American flair. Chrysler's new Slant 6 engine, tilted 30 degrees for a lower hood line, provided excellent torque and durability. Despite its smaller size, the Valiant retained a bold design language, incorporating distinctive spare tire trunk detailing in its early model years. Its success validated the market's appetite for economical yet stylish compacts, prompting other Detroit manufacturers to follow suit. The Valiant thus heralded a shift in American car production, reflecting new consumer priorities and changing global automotive landscapes. For 1961, we have the Lincoln Continental. A radical departure from the flamboyant vehicles of the 1950s, the 1961 Lincoln Continental exemplified modern, understated luxury. Chief designer Elmwood Ingalls' simple, elegant philosophy produced a taut, slab-sided form with minimal chrome embellishments. Notably, the 61 Continental reintroduced rear-hinge suicide doors, providing both aesthetic drama and practical cabin access. This design approach broke away from the finned extravagance of the prior decade, aligning with emerging tastes for refined minimalism. Bolstered by a smooth V8 and meticulously crafted interior, the car offered a quiet, comfortable ride. As the official state car for President Kennedy, the Continental gained historical significance. Today, it stands as a design classic, lauded for timeless sophistication. Into 1962, it is the Chevy 2 Nova. Chevrolet launched the Chevy 2, often referred to simply as the Nova, to fill the gap left by its larger offerings, competing in the growing compact market. The 1962 Nova aimed at practicality first, featuring straightforward mechanics, ample passenger space, and subdued styling. Available with inline-4 or 6-cylinder engines, it focused on affordability and ease of maintenance. Yet its lightweight design would eventually make it a favored platform for high-performance modifications, especially once V8 options became widely adopted. As the decade advanced, the Nova played a crucial role in Chevrolet's product lineup, bridging the gap between the economy-oriented Corvair and the full-size Impalas. The 1962 Nova thus symbolizes GM's responsiveness to shifting consumer demands. For the 1963 year, we have the Buick Riviera. Buick's Riviera debuted in 1963 as an elegant personal luxury coupe, defining a new genre of stylish, high-end two-door hardtops. Its razor-edge profile, hidden headlights in later models, and crisp body lines set it apart from Buick's more staid sedans. A 401 cubic inch nail-head V8 provided smooth power, befitting the Riviera's premium positioning. Inspired by Rolls-Royce design cues and European Grand Tourers, the Riviera offered an unmistakably American interpretation of luxury. Powerful, spacious, and impressively appointed. Lauded by critics and buyers alike, it quickly elevated Buick's reputation in this emerging category. The 1963 Riviera remains a touchstone for refined American coupe design, illustrating how GM could produce distinctive upscale vehicles within its broader portfolio. For 1964, it's the Pontiac GTO. The Pontiac GTO spearheaded the muscle car movement when John DeLorean and his team dropped a 389 cubic inch V8 into the mid-size Tempest platform. Offering substantial horsepower at a relatively low price, the GTO democratized performance for a growing youth market fascinated with speed. While officially an option package for the 1964 model year, the GTO quickly became its own identity with distinctive badging, hood scoops, and an aggressive stance. Critically, it represented the transition of American performance from specialized sports cars to everyday street machines. Its cultural impact was profound, inspired heated competition among manufacturers. Enthusiasts continue to revere the 1964 GTO as the founding father of the muscle car era. For 1965, we have the Ford Mustang. One of the most celebrated automotive introductions in history, the 1965 Ford Mustang established the pony car class. Built on a compact Falcon platform, the Mustang combined affordability, sporty styling, and a wide range of powertrain options. Buyers could customize it extensively, choosing from economical 6-cylinders up to the potent V8s, along with myriad appearance and comfort packages. The long hood and short rear deck captured youthful energy, backed by dynamic marketing that cultivated a new wave of car buyers. The Mustang's immediate success propelled Ford to record sales numbers and spurred rivals to introduce competing models. As an enduring American icon, the 1965 Mustang forever reshaped the automotive landscape and remains highly coveted. For the year 1966, it's the Oldsmobile Toronado. Oldsmobile's 1966 Toronado broke ground as the first American front-wheel drive car since the 1930s Cord. This innovative drivetrain configuration, combined with a 425 cubic inch V8, showcased Oldsmobile's capacity for unorthodox engineering solutions. The Toronado's styling exhibited a confident, futuristic flair featuring a concealed headlamp setup and a crisply sculpted flashback roofline. Inside, a spacious cabin contrasted with the sleek external proportions, offering a luxurious driving environment. The Toronado's success earned it the 1966 Motor Trend Car of the Year award, underscoring its significance in automotive design and technology. Despite initial skepticism about front-wheel drive in a large, powerful car, the Toronado validated the layout's potential for delivering both strong performance and refined handling. On to 1967, and we have the Chevrolet Camaro. Responding to Ford's Mustang, Chevrolet introduced the Camaro as its own take on the affordable sports coupe. Built on the new F-body platform, the 1967 Camaro offered an array of engines from a modest inline-six to a roaring 396 cubic inch V8. Customers could also choose various trim levels, from the practical RS to the track-inspired Z28. The Camaro's design balanced sleek lines with muscular proportions, complemented by options like hidden headlights. Its immediate popularity ushered in a fierce rivalry with Ford and Dodge, fueling the late 1960s muscle car wars. To this day, the first-generation Camaro endures as a definitive pony car, celebrated for its blend of style, performance, and versatility. For 1968, it is the Dodge Charger. Dodge's second-generation Charger, launched in 1968, epitomized Mopar muscle with a fastback roofline, hidden headlights, and robust V8 engines. Its Coke bottle silhouette gave the Charger a formidable presence on the road, while engine options ranged from the reliable 318 cubic inch small block to the legendary 426 Hemi. Enthusiasts embraced the Charger's performance credentials, bolstered by Dodge's involvement in NASCAR. Hollywood fame arrived with films like Bullitt, where a menacing black Charger shared the screen with Steve McQueen's Mustang. The car's popularity soared, and it remains one of the most iconic muscle cars of the era. Today, the 1968 Charger's blend of style, raw power, and cultural significance cements its place in automotive American lore. In 1969, we go to the Ford Mustang Boss 429. As the muscle car wars intensified, Ford introduced the Boss 429 in 1969 to homologate a new Hemi-headed V8 for NASCAR competition. The Mustang's engine bay had to be reconfigured by Carcraft to accommodate this massive 429 cubic inch powerhouse. Boasting an underrated 375 horsepower, actual output was likely far higher. Beyond raw force, the Boss 429 was visually distinguished by a large hood scoop and minimal exterior badging, exuding a purposeful, understated menace. Low production numbers, fewer than 1,400 units in total, enhanced its collectability. The Boss 429 remains a high watermark in Mustang performance, symbolizing Ford's aggressive response to escalating horsepower battles and underscoring the era's fascination with big engine brutes. For 1970, it is the Plymouth Hemi Cuda. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda, commonly abbreviated as Cuda in its high-performance trims, became one of the quintessential Mopar muscle cars. Of particular note was the 426 Hemi variant, which stuffed Chrysler's race-bred engine into the E-body platform. This formidable setup yielded 425 horsepower, though real-world figures often tested higher. The Cuda's shorter, wider stance contrasted with earlier models, giving it a more aggressive persona. Styling cues like the shaker hood scoop and bold side graphics signaled its potent capabilities. Despite relatively limited production, the Hemi Cuda earned an enduring legend status for its dominance on the street and strip. Today, it stands among the most coveted collector cars of the muscle car era. And into 1971 is the AMC Javelin AMX. American Motors Corporation challenged Detroit's Big Three by introducing the AMC Javelin, and the upmarket AMX variant arrived in 1971 with additional performance and visual flair. Sporting a bold hump fender design and sweeping body lines, the Javelin AMX commanded attention as AMC's pony car competitor. Engine options included the 360 and 401 cubic inch V8s, delivering muscular acceleration. On the racetrack, the Javelin AMX found success in Trans Am racing under Roger Penske's team, further legitimizing AMC's performance credentials. Though overshadowed by more famous Mustangs and Camaros, the Javelin AMX remains a testament to AMC's resourcefulness and spirited engineering, reminding enthusiasts that the muscle car wars extended beyond the usual suspects in Detroit. For 1972, it's the Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. By 1972, muscle car performance was tapering due to new emission standards and insurance hikes. Yet, Oldsmobile's Cutlass Supreme capitalized on the shift toward personal luxury coupes, blending smooth V8 power with upscale appointments. The Cutlass Supreme's crisp lines and semi-fastback profile lent it a dignified presence. Inside, drivers enjoyed comfortable seats, quality trim, and advanced features like power disc brakes and optional air conditioning. This balance between power, style, and day-to-day usability helped the Cutlass become one of America's best-selling intermediate cars. The 1972 Cutlass Supreme underscores how Oldsmobile deftly navigated changing market conditions by focusing on refinement and comfort. Into 1973, it's the Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Chevrolet introduced the Monte Carlo in 1970 as a personal luxury coupe, and by 1973, it had entered its second generation with updated styling and a focus on ride comfort. Featuring a longer wheelbase and an expansive hood, the Monte Carlo exuded status while offering a choice of small block or big block V8 engines. Plush interiors, optional swivel bucket seats, and generous standard equipment underscored its luxury positioning, even as rising fuel prices and environmental regulations began altering the automotive landscape. The Monte Carlo excelled in NASCAR, with drivers like Cale Yarborough achieving success. Its blend of elegance and track prowess helped define the personal luxury coupe segment, appealing to buyers seeking a refined yet spirited driving experience. In 1974, our pick is the Ford Mustang II. In the wake of the 1973 oil crisis, Ford drastically downsized the Mustang, resulting in the 1974 Mustang II. Built on the subcompact Pinto platform, it emphasized fuel economy and smaller dimensions over raw performance. Initially offered with 4 or 6-cylinder engines, this new Mustang addressed market demands for efficiency, though it sacrificed much of the original model's muscle car reputation. Despite the controversy among enthusiasts, the Mustang II sold well, reflecting the widespread shift in consumer priorities. It showcased Ford's willingness to adapt a storied nameplate to economic realities, thus preserving the Mustang lineage through turbulent times. Retrospectively, the Mustang II highlights an era defined by changing regulations and rising fuel costs. For 1976, it's the Cadillac Seville. Cadillac's 1976 Seville responded to shifting luxury preferences, especially among buyers concerned with fuel economy and maneuverability. Smaller than traditional Cadillacs, the Seville adopted a squared-off, understated design that showcased modern taste. Initially featuring a fuel-injected Oldsmobile V8, the Seville delivered smoother performance and improved efficiency compared to older carbureted engines. Its interior emphasized comfort, offering premium materials and sophisticated appointments in a more compact footprint. The Seville's success demonstrated Cadillac's capacity to adapt to evolving consumer demands and competitor challenges, particularly from European luxury sedans. Often regarded as America's first internationally sized luxury car, the 1976 Seville opened new avenues for Cadillac, reaffirming the brand's status in a changing global market. For 1977, it's the Lincoln Continental Mark V. For 1977, Lincoln introduced the Continental Mark V, a pinnacle of personal luxury coupes defined by its monumental size and opulent features. Though downsizing trends had begun elsewhere, the Mark V embraced extravagance, a lengthy hood, upright grille, and signature opera windows. Powered by a standard 400 cubic inch V8 with an optional 460, it delivered a plush, isolated ride rather than the performance thrills. Interiors boasted velour or leather upholstery, deep pile carpeting, and advanced amenities like Cartier-branded clocks. The Mark V's success lay in catering to buyers who equated bigger with better, maintaining the classic American luxury ethos. It represents the twilight of the land yacht era, shortly before fuel prices and emissions regulations mandated smaller vehicles. For 1978, it's the Chevrolet Corvette Indy 500 Pace Car Edition. To commemorate its role as the Indianapolis 500 pace car, Chevrolet released a special Corvette edition in 1978. This C3-based model featured a two-tone black and silver paint scheme with distinctive red pinstriping, mirrored T-tops, and unique spoilers. Although performance was subdued compared to the Corvette's 1960s heyday due to emissions constraints, the L82 V8 still offered spirited driving. Inside, the Pace Car Edition received upgraded trim, including individually numbered plaques to highlight its collectability. The model celebrated the Corvette's 25th anniversary, reaffirming its iconic status amidst an era marked by horsepower limitations. Enthusiasts clamored for these limited production cars, reflecting the enduring allure of Chevrolet's signature sports car. For 1979, it's the Ford Mustang. Ford reinvented the Mustang again in 1979, shifting it to the Fox platform for greater efficiency and improved handling. This redesign dramatically reduced the car's overall weight and introduced more modern styling. Engine choices ranged from an economical 4-cylinder to a turbocharged variant and a more traditional V8, though power output remained modest by 1960s muscle car standards. The new Mustang's sharper lines and better interior packaging appealed to a broader market, helping to buoy sales in a challenging economic climate. Over the next decade, enthusiasts would embrace the Fox body as a versatile tuner platform. The 1979 Mustang thus marks a pivotal moment in the nameplate's ongoing evolution, balancing practicality and performance potential. And here we're going into the 80s with the 1980 Ford F-Series. Entering its 7th generation, the 1980 Ford F-Series pickup underwent a substantial redesign that prioritized aerodynamics, fuel efficiency, and improved ride quality. Ford introduced new front-end styling, a lighter chassis, and upgraded engines. This generation also offered more comfort-focused options, reflecting the growing trend of pickups serving dual roles as both work vehicles and family transport. The F-Series had long been a bestseller, and the 1980 iteration helped maintain Ford's leadership in the competitive truck market. Its success solidified the F-Series' reputation for reliability and versatility, aligning with America's increasing preference for trucks that could handle commercial tasks and suburban life. Even decades later, the F-Series remains a cornerstone of Ford's product lineup. And for 1981, we're going back to the future with the DeLorean DMC-12. Though not assembled in the United States, the DeLorean DMC-12 was the brainchild of American automotive executive John Z. DeLorean, and the company was headquartered in Detroit before production began in Northern Ireland. Known for its stainless steel body panels and Gulf-wing doors, the DMC-12 captivated public imagination with its futuristic design. Power came from a modest Peugeot-Renault Volvo V6, delivering less performance than its exotic appearance suggested. Nonetheless, its appearance in pop culture, especially the Back to the Future film series, cemented the DMC-12 status as an American automotive icon. While financial troubles stuttered DeLorean Motor Company by 1982, the DMC-12 remains a cult classic, epitomizing bold ambition and the allure of unconventional design. For 1982, it's the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. General Motors revitalized its F-body twins in 1982, introducing the third-generation Pontiac Firebird Trans Am with a sleek, aerodynamic shape. Boasting retractable headlights and a wind tunnel hone body, the Trans Am carried on Pontiac's performance heritage under tightening emissions regulations. Powertrain options included various V8 and V6 engines, some with electronic fuel injection for improved efficiency. While not as potent as earlier muscle cars, the Trans Am appealed to enthusiasts seeking modern styling, respectable performance, and technological advancements like onboard diagnostics. Its pop culture status surged with appearances in television and film. By marrying performance and technology, the 1982 Trans Am illustrated how American automakers adapted sports coupes to contemporary standards. For 1983, our pick is the Dodge Charger Shelby. In the early 1980s, Carroll Shelby partnered with Dodge to infuse performance into the brand's compact front-wheel drive platforms. The 1983 Dodge Charger Shelby took the modest Omni-based hatchback and added suspension tweaks, cosmetic updates, and a turbocharged 2.2-liter engine. Though it produced modest horsepower by traditional muscle standards, its lighter weight and tuned chassis delivered spirited handling. This collaboration signaled a shift in performance philosophy, favoring smaller displacement engines with forced induction to navigate emissions constraints. The Charger Shelby's success foreshadowed a wave of turbocharged sport compacts that would soon gain traction in the U.S. market. Its existence underscores Carroll Shelby's enduring influence on American performance, even amid changing automotive landscapes. For 1984, it is back to the Chevrolet Corvette, the C4. After a long production run of the C3, Chevrolet introduced the fourth-generation Corvette in 1984, making a technological leap forward. The C4 featured a completely redesigned chassis with transverse composite leaf springs and a sleek aerodynamic body. Digital instrumentation dominated the interior, reflecting the era's fascination with high-tech gadgetry. While the initial Crossfire injection V8 engine was hampered by emissions regulations, subsequent iterations grew more robust. The C4 Corvette excelled in handling and braking, appealing to enthusiasts who valued precision driving dynamics. Its contemporary styling and engineering advancements represented a fresh direction for America's sports car, setting the stage for incremental performance gains through the 1980s and early 1990s. For 1985, our pick is the Ford Mustang SVO. In response to fuel economy and insurance pressures, Ford created the Mustang SVO as a turbocharged alternative to traditional V8 muscle. Its 2.3-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine employed advanced technologies like an intercooler and electronic fuel injection, yielding respectable performance. The SVO also featured upgraded suspension, four-wheel disc brakes, and unique bodywork, including a dual-plane rear spoiler. Though it never eclipsed the popularity of V8 variants, the SVO proved that technology could rival displacement, especially in terms of handling and balance. Enthusiasts praised its nimble driving experience, while the SVO foreshadowed the resurgence of turbocharged performance cars. Today, it stands as a cult favorite, celebrated for its innovation and racing-inspired roots. For 1986, we have the Buick Grand National. Buick's Regal-based Grand National had already gained traction among muscle car loyalists, but by 1986, it hit new heights. Equipped with a 3.8-liter turbocharged V6, the Grand National produced torque-rivaling V8 competitors. The 1986 model introduced an intercooler, boosting horsepower and solidifying the GN status as a formidable street machine. Clad in sinister black paint, the Grand National exuded a no-nonsense image, an unexpected persona for Buick, traditionally associated with luxury and conservative styling. Capable of out-accelerating many V8s of the day, it redefined performance by proving that a well-engineered turbo V6 could triumph. This era's Grand Nationals remain revered among collectors for their sleeper prowess and unique place in American performance history. For 1987, it's the Pontiac Firebird GTA. Pontiac refined the third-generation Firebird chassis, culminating in the 1987 Trans Am GTA, or Gran Turismo Americano. Featuring a 5.7-liter, 350 cubic inch tuned-port injection V8, the GTA delivered robust torque and improved drivability. A level above the regular Trans Am, the GTA included aerodynamic body cladding, upgraded suspension, and sleek, ground-hugging wheels. The interior was appointed with sport seats and digital instrumentation, catering to performance enthusiasts who also valued comfort. Though overshadowed in popular culture by the earlier Smokey and the Bandit era, the GTA offered refined muscle at a time when horsepower was starting to rebound. It remained a testament to Pontiac's efforts to blend technology, style, and performance in the late 1980s. Our pick for 1988 is the Lincoln Mark 7 LSC. Lincoln targeted younger luxury buyers with the Mark 7 LSC, or Luxury Sports Coupe, blending opulence with credible performance. Sporting a 225 horsepower 5.0-liter V8 shared with Ford's Mustang GT, the LSC delivered a more athletic driving experience than previous Lincolns. Its four-wheel air suspension ensured a compliant yet controlled ride, while anti-lock brakes and aerodynamic styling further modernized the package. The cabin featured upscale materials and digital readouts, highlighting the era's fascination with electronic displays. A departure from the land yachts of decades past, the Mark 7 LSC showcased Lincoln's shift toward European-influenced handling dynamics. It attracted buyers seeking an American alternative to premium German coupes, marking a significant pivot in Lincoln's design philosophy. For 1989, it's the Ford Taurus SHO. Ford surprised enthusiasts in 1989 by introducing the Taurus SHO, or Super High Output, transforming the ubiquitous family sedan into a performance sleeper. Yamaha collaborated with Ford to develop a 3.0-liter dual overhead cam V6, producing a then impressive 220 horsepower. A standard 5-speed manual transmission, sport-tuned suspension, and subtle aerodynamic tweaks completed the package. Despite its understated exterior, the SHO could outrun many pricier European and Japanese performance cars of the era. Inside, bolstered seats and a unique instrument cluster hinted at the Taurus's hidden potential. The SHO's combination of practicality, affordability, and spirited driving dynamics reinvigorated the American sports sedan concept and influenced future models striving for a balance of utility and performance. And we're headed to the 90s with the 1990 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. In 1990, Chevrolet unveiled the legendary ZR1 package for the C4 Corvette, developed in partnership with Lotus. The all-aluminum LT5 V8 engine boasted 375 horsepower, later updated to 405, showcasing cutting-edge dual overhead cam architecture, a departure from Chevy's traditional pushrod designs. An upgraded suspension, wider rear tires, and specific bodywork complemented the powertrain improvements, giving the ZR1 supercar-like handling and acceleration. Although its price nearly doubled that of a base Corvette, the ZR1 legitimized America's sports car on the global stage, challenging European exotics. The short production run and groundbreaking engine technology make the ZR1 a pinnacle achievement of General Motors engineering, often dubbed the King of the Hill among C4 enthusiasts. For 1991, we have the GMC Cyclone. Truck performance took an unexpected turn in 1991 with GMC's Cyclone. This compact pickup packed a turbocharged 4.3-liter V6, producing around 280 horsepower and 350 pounds of torque. All-wheel drive ensured blistering off-the-line acceleration, leading to surprising drag strip victories against sports cars of the time. Handling upgrades, lower suspension, and a sporty blacked-out exterior cemented its street truck image. With limited production numbers, the Cyclone became an instant collector's item. While impractical for heavy hauling, it excelled at demonstrating GMC's engineering prowess and sense of fun. The Cyclone remains a remarkable chapter in the American performance story, paving the way for future hot rod trucks and defying conventional notions of pickup capability. For 1992, we have the Dodge Viper RT10. Chrysler electrified enthusiasts in 1992 with the release of the Dodge Viper RT10, a raw, no-frills sports car developed under the direction of then Chrysler president Bob Lutz and iconic designer Tom Gale. Its 8.0-liter V10 engine, derived from a truck power plant and reworked by Lamborghini, then a Chrysler subsidiary, delivered 400 horsepower, a prodigious figure for the early 1990s. The Roadster's minimalistic approach lacked exterior door handles, side windows, or an actual roof, emphasizing lightweight performance. The Viper's outrageous styling and thunderous exhaust note rekindled American enthusiasm for unadulterated horsepower. It became an automotive legend, proving that Chrysler could innovate brilliantly by embracing its muscle car heritage in modern format. For 1993, we have the Jeep Grand Cherokee. When introduced in 1993, the Jeep Grand Cherokee redefined the SUV market, offering off-road capability alongside upscale comfort. Building on the success of the smaller Cherokee XJ, the Grand Cherokee featured a more spacious interior and advanced four-wheel drive systems. Innovations included a unibody construction, coil spring suspension at all four corners, and available V8 power for stronger on-road performance. Jeep also pushed safety boundaries, making a driver's side airbag standard, a rarity among SUVs at the time. The Grand Cherokee's balance of ruggedness and refinement drew in urban families and adventure seekers alike, accelerating America's shift towards SUVs. It set a new benchmark for what an American SUV could be, influencing competitors for years. For 1995, our pick is the Chevrolet Impala SS. Chevrolet resurrected the Impala SS nameplate in 1994 on the rear-wheel drive Caprice platform. The 1995 model embodied the era's muscle sedan concept, a 5.7-liter LT1 V8 delivering 260 horsepower, police-grade suspension, and sportier styling cues like a monochromatic exterior and 17-inch aluminum wheels. Inside, the Impala SS offered a spacious cabin, bridging performance with practical family motoring. Though overshadowed by SUVs in the rapidly evolving market, enthusiasts appreciated its old-school formula of big displacement, rear-wheel drive, and comfortable cruising. Production ceased in 1996 as GM shifted focus to front-wheel drive sedans. Today, the 1995 Impala SS is celebrated as one of the last full-size, body-on-frame American performance sedans. For 1996, our pick is the Dodge Viper GTS. Dodge expanded the Viper lineup in 1996 with the introduction of the GTS Coupe, further refining the raw RT10 concept. A new hardtop body significantly improved aerodynamics, while the reworked 8.0-liter V10 engine now boasted 450 horsepower. Engineers added amenities like air conditioning and power windows, but the GTS remained unapologetically performance-focused. The double bubble roof and iconic blue with white stripes paint scheme evoked American classic racing imagery. Improved chassis tuning enhanced track capabilities, making the Viper GTS a formidable rival to established European supercars. It captured the essence of American automotive audacity, massive displacement, dramatic styling, and a dedication to visceral speed. For 1997, our pick is the Chevrolet Corvette C5. Chevrolet debuted the 5th generation Corvette in 1997, marking a revolutionary leap forward in engineering. The all-new LS1 V8 engine delivered 345 horsepower while weighing less and offering improved efficiency over previous iterations. A rear-mounted transaxle optimized weight distribution, enhancing handling. The hydroform frame rails and composite body panels reduced weight and increased rigidity. Inside, Chevrolet prioritized ergonomics, ensuring drivers had a comfortable yet sporty cockpit. The result was a Corvette that excelled in daily drivability and track performance alike. The C5 re-established America's sports car as a serious contender on the global stage, blending affordability with near supercar capability and carrying on Corvette's storied legacy. In 1998, we have the Lincoln Navigator. Capitalizing on the surge in SUV popularity, Lincoln unveiled the Navigator in 1998, marking the brand's first foray into the premium full-size SUV segment. Based on the Ford Expedition platform, the Navigator elevated luxury with a sophisticated interior, leather seating surfaces, and advanced features like optional four-wheel drive, power running boards, and rear parking sensors. Its 5.4-liter V8 ensured adequate power for towing and hauling. The Navigator transformed Lincoln's brand image, attracting younger, affluent buyers who favored the commanding presence of a large SUV. This model started the wave of upscale sport utilities that would dominate the American market, proving that luxury and practicality could coexist on a grand scale. For 1999, it's the Ford SVT Lightning. Ford reimagined the F-150 pickup truck as a street performance machine with the second-generation SVT Lightning, launched in 1999. Powered by a supercharged 5.4-liter V8 generating 360 horsepower, the Lightning could outrun many sports cars in a straight line. Engineers tuned the suspension for sharper on-road handling, lowered the ride height, and added visual flair with a unique grille and wheels. While lacking off-road prowess, the Lightning excelled at blending everyday truck utility with exhilarating acceleration. It helped pioneer the modern performance truck genre, preceding offerings like the Dodge Ram SRT-10. An emblem of Ford's special vehicle team innovation, the 1999 Lightning stands as an unconventional yet undeniable American performance icon. Into the 2000s with the Plymouth Prowler. Initially introduced in limited numbers for 1997, the Plymouth Prowler gained more traction by 2000, showcasing a radical design inspired by 1930s hot rods. Its aluminum construction and open-wheel front suspension set it apart from typical modern vehicles. Power came from a 3.5-liter V6 producing around 253 horsepower, enough for spirited performance but short of muscle car territory. Drivers enjoyed a unique experience with the Prowler's retro-styling turning heads wherever it went. Chrysler positioned it as a halo car for the Plymouth brand, though Plymouth's eventual discontinuation saw the Prowler rebranded under Chrysler for a brief period. Despite controversies over its lack of a V8, the Prowler remains a memorable experiment in American automotive styling bravado. For 2001, we have the Chrysler PT Cruiser. Launched in 2000 as a 2001 model, the Chrysler PT Cruiser captured public imagination with its retro-inspired compact MPV design. Styled to echo 1930s panel vans and sedans, the PT Cruiser offered a surprisingly roomy interior, thanks to its tall roofline and flexible seating. Though powered by a modest four-cylinder engine, it catered to buyers seeking distinctive looks and practicality rather than outright speed. Chrysler successfully marketed the PT Cruiser as a fashionable urban roundabout, winning initial acclaim for its blend of nostalgia and modern utility. Although its appeal waned over time, the PT Cruiser's early success exemplifies how bold design can carve out a niche even within the mainstream small car segment. For 2002, we're going with the Cadillac Escalade. In 2002, Cadillac revamped the Escalade to compete head-on with other full-size luxury SUVs. Featuring a more powerful 6.0-liter V8, sophisticated all-wheel drive, and Cadillac's signature design cues, the Escalade redefined the brand's image. Inside, upscale materials and high-tech features like a premium audio system and rear-seat entertainment catered to premium buyers. The Escalade quickly became a cultural status symbol, often referenced in music and entertainment as a sign of success. While purists question whether an SUV could represent true Cadillac heritage, its commercial triumph affirmed the market's demand for large, luxurious vehicles. Over the next decades, the Escalade would remain a cornerstone of Cadillac's lineup, consistently blending opulence and utility. For 2003, it's going to be the Ford GT concept. Unveiled at the 2002 Detroit Auto Show, the Ford GT concept paid homage to the legendary GT40 race cars that dominated Le Mans in the 1960s. Although not a production car in 2003, the concept's design heavily informed the eventual 2005 Ford GT. Its supercharged 5.4-liter V8 and mid-engine layout foreshadowed a return to American supercar performance. Every aesthetic detail, from the low-slung body to the iconic racing stripes, echoed the GT40's heritage. Ford's public reaction to the concept was overwhelmingly positive, prompting the company to produce the GT in limited numbers. Thus, the 2003 Ford GT concept stands as a pivotal development in reviving one of America's most revered performance nameplates. For 2004, our pick is the Pontiac GTO 5th generation. Reviving a storied muscle car name, Pontiac reintroduced the GTO in 2004. Beneath conservative styling lay a 5.7-liter LS1 V8, delivering around 350 horsepower. Its rear-wheel drive chassis offered nimble handling uncommon among contemporary American coupes. While some enthusiasts lamented the car's understated looks compared to the flamboyant late 1960s models, the modern GTO delivered strong performance and a comfortable ride. Sales, however, never reached projected targets, leading to its discontinuation after 2006. In retrospect, the 2004 GTO symbolizes both the potential and challenges of resurrecting classic muscle car badges, highlighting how market expectations and brand heritage must align for sustained success. In 2005, it's going to be the Ford GT. After years of anticipation, Ford officially launched the production GT in 2005, commemorating the brand's centennial and heritage at Le Mans. Powered by a supercharged 5.4-liter V8 generating 550 horsepower, this mid-engine supercar achieved top speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour. The exterior design faithfully recreated the iconic GT40 silhouette while integrating modern safety and aerodynamic features. A lightweight aluminum space frame and advanced suspension contributed to remarkable track capability, placing the GT among the ranks of Ferrari and Lamborghini contenders. Limited production numbers and a six-figure price tag solidified its halo status. The 2005 Ford GT's critical and commercial success validated the company's decision to revive a legend, reaffirming America's place in the supercar conversation. On to 2006, we have the Chevrolet Corvette Z06. Chevrolet continued refining the Corvette formula with the 2006 C6 Z06, a higher performance variant boasting a 7.0-liter LS7 V8. Producing 505 horsepower, the LS7 was among the largest displacement small block engines ever placed in a production car. A lightweight aluminum chassis, carbon fiber fenders, and magnesium subframe reduced weight and enhanced handling. Track-focused suspension tuning, large brakes, and wide tires underscored the Z06's motorsport ambitions. Able to accelerate from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, it challenged far more expensive exotics on both road and track. By blending affordability, reliability, and formidable performance, the C6 Z06 reinforced Corvette's reputation as a world-class sports car that embraced American values of power and engineering ingenuity. For 2007, our pick is the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Ford revived its partnership with Carroll Shelby for the 2007 Mustang Shelby GT500. Equipped with a supercharged 5.4-liter V8, this pony car delivered 500 horsepower, a figure not seen in a factory Mustang since the muscle car heyday. It featured aggressive bodywork, including a dual-stripe paint scheme reminiscent of classic Shelby Mustangs. A refined suspension helped manage the car's abundant power, offering both straight-line thrills and reasonable cornering capabilities. While it weighed more than earlier Mustangs, the GT500 reignited passion for high-horsepower, factory-backed muscle. This model kicked off a new era of performance Mustangs, bridging Ford's storied heritage with modern engineering developments and inspiring a new generation of Shelby enthusiasts. For 2008, we've got the Tesla Roadster. The Tesla Roadster debuted as the first highway-legal electric sports car powered by lithium-ion battery cells. Built on a Lotus chassis, it delivered instantaneous torque and a range of over 200 miles, unprecedented for a mass-produced EV at the time. Though early production faced challenges and a high price tag, the Roadster proved electric cars can be thrilling, altering public perceptions. It became a pivotal model in Tesla's evolution, laying the groundwork for more accessible offerings such as the Model S. The 2008 Roadster marks a radical inflection point in American automotive history, showcasing how battery technology could disrupt traditional resilience on internal combustion and sparking an industry-wide shift toward electrification. For 2009, we've got the Cadillac CTS-V. Cadillac's second-generation CTS-V arrived in 2009, pushing American sports sedan performance to new heights. Powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter LSA V8 producing 556 horsepower, it could sprint from 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds. Despite competing against the likes of BMW's M5 and Mercedes-AMG E63, the CTS-V distinguished itself with aggressive styling and a lower price point. Magnetic ride control suspension offered excellent handling, while a refined interior elevated Cadillac's luxury credentials. Critically, the CTS-V's record-breaking Nürburgring lap time showcased world-class capability. This iteration cemented Cadillac's place among top-tier performance luxury brands, redefining what enthusiasts could expect from an American sedan in terms of speed, style, and craftsmanship. On to the 2010s with the Chevrolet Camaro SS. After a 7-year hiatus, Chevrolet reintroduced the Camaro in 2010 with retro-inspired styling that paid tribute to the late 1960s first generation. The SS variant featured a 6.2-liter LS3 V8 with an automatic variant receiving the L99, delivering up to 426 horsepower. Modern amenities like independent rear suspension, stability control, and a more refined cabin elevated the Camaro beyond its classic predecessors. Nostalgic design cues such as the squared-off grille and quad taillights, coupled with contemporary performance technology, spurred strong sales. The fifth-generation Camaro SS reignited the muscle car wars, prompting Ford and Dodge to respond with their own retro-modern offerings. It remains a cornerstone of GM's performance lineup, marrying heritage with modern engineering. On to 2011 with the Dodge Charger SRT-8. A thoroughly redesigned Dodge Charger arrived in 2011, incorporating sleeker styling while retaining the four-door muscle car ethos. The SRT-8 variant boasted a 6.4-liter Hemi V8 generating 470 horsepower, enabling swift acceleration despite the Charger's size. Upgraded suspension, high-performance Brembo brakes, and driver-oriented technology enhanced its athleticism on public roads and tracks. Interior refinements included premium materials, bolstered seats, and advanced infotainment, reflecting a growing emphasis on both luxury and performance. The Charger SRT-8 targeted enthusiasts needing a practical sedan without sacrificing horsepower. Its imposing presence, V8 growl, and accessible price relative to European sport sedans helped maintain Dodge's reputation for brash American performance in a modern context. For 2012, it's the Tesla Model S. Tesla revolutionized the electric vehicle marketplace with the Model S, launched in 2012. Offering sleek sedan styling, impressive range options exceeding 300 miles, and a luxury interior, the Model S redefined consumer expectations for EVs. Its skateboard chassis design, housing the battery pack under the floor, lowered the center of gravity, improving handling. Over-the-air software updates allowed continuous improvements, a novel concept in automotive circles. Performance variants, such as the P85D, accelerated on par with supercars, shattering the notion that electric vehicles lack excitement. The Model S garnered accolades worldwide, triggering a wave of electrification efforts across the industry. It stands as a seminal American innovation that pushed zero-emissions mobility into the mainstream luxury segment. For 2013, our pick is the SRT Viper. Dodge resurrected the iconic Viper under the newly formed Street and Racing Technology, or SRT brand, in 2013. The fifth-generation Viper continued its tradition of housing a 8.4-liter V10, now producing 640 horsepower. Although more refined than its predecessor, featuring upgraded electronics, improved ergonomics, and enhanced handling, its raw character remained. The Viper's sinuous design combined aerospace-inspired elements with aggressive lines to create a modern muscle car feel. Controversy arose when sales fell short of expectations, partly due to economic constraints and the Viper's uncompromising nature. Nonetheless, the 2013 SRT Viper stands as a proud reminder of no-holds-barred American performance, bringing old-school brute force with modern technology for a visceral driving experience. For 2014, it's the Chevrolet Corvette C7 Stingray. Chevrolet reimagined the Corvette in 2014 with the C7 Stingray, melding aerodynamic styling with a technologically advanced 6.2-liter LT1 V8. The engine leveraged direct injection, variable valve timing, and active fuel management to deliver 455 horsepower efficiently. The exterior featured bold angles and taillights diverging from round traditions, sparking debate among purists. Improved interior materials and an available Z51 performance package bolstered the Stingray's track credentials. Enthusiasts lauded the C7 for pairing supercar-level performance with daily usability. From its advanced electronic differential to its lightweight chassis components, the C7 signaled Chevy's pursuit of global sports car standards. Reviving the Stingray name underscored Corvette's legacy while embracing 21st century engineering excellence. Now on to 2015 with the Ford Mustang Shelby GT350. Ford revived the Shelby GT350 moniker for the 6th generation Mustang in 2015, honing it into a track-focused machine. Its 5.2-liter Voodoo V8 engine introduced a flat-plane crankshaft, a rarity among American V8s, delivering 526 horsepower and a spine-tingling exhaust note. A 6-speed manual transmission, Magna-Ride dampers, and enhanced aerodynamics underscored its performance mission. Even the front suspension geometry was reworked to optimize cornering. The GT350's driver-focused cockpit included Recaro seats and minimalist trim, emphasizing track readiness. Unlike many muscle cars, it excelled in handling as much as straight-line speed. Ford's engineering triumph with the GT350 revived a revered badge and redefined American pony car capability, matching or surpassing European rivals on twisting circuits. For 2016, it's the Cadillac CT6. Cadillac introduced the CT6 in 2016 as a flagship sedan, aiming to compete against German luxury stalwarts in the full-size segment. Utilizing a lightweight architecture with extensive aluminum components, the CT6 balanced agility and comfort. Engine offerings range from a turbocharged 4-cylinder to a twin-turbocharged V6, with advanced features like magnetic ride control and rear-wheel steering enhancing dynamic capabilities. Interior craftsmanship highlighted Cadillac's continued push toward premium aesthetics, integrating high-quality materials and cutting-edge technology, including a rear-view camera mirror. The CT6 showcased Cadillac's vision for modern luxury, blending heritage cues with forward-looking design. Although the market shift toward SUVs eventually overshadowed large sedans, the CT6 remains a testament to Cadillac's commitment to technological and stylistic innovation. For 2017, we're going with the Lincoln Continental. Lincoln revived the Continental name in 2017, presenting a sleek, full-size luxury sedan that departed from the brand's SUV-focused lineup. Emphasizing quiet comfort, the new Continental featured a serene cabin adorned with leather and real wood trims, optional 30-day adjustable perfect position seats, and available Revel audio underscored Lincoln's effort to recapture premium clientele. Powertrains included twin-turbo V6 engines, delivering smooth acceleration and highway composure. Stylistically, the Continental's understated elegance aimed to evoke the lineage's storied past without succumbing to ostentation. Though it faced a shrinking large sedan segment, the 2017 Continental demonstrated Lincoln's ambition to reclaim a place among top-tier luxury brands, appealing to buyers who desired modern interpretations of classic American luxury. For 2018, it is the Jeep Wrangler. The Wrangler lineage traces back to the World War II Willys MB, and the 2018 JL generation represented a substantial redesign, balancing off-road heritage with modern convenience. Retaining body-on-frame construction, solid axles, and a fold-flat windshield, the JL simultaneously introduced advanced tech like Uconnect infotainment, keyless entry, and driver assist systems. Improved aerodynamics, weight reduction measures, and an optional turbocharged 4-cylinder engine broadened the Wrangler's appeal. Hardcore enthusiasts could opt for the Rubicon trim with locking differentials and disconnecting sway bars, while casual adventurers appreciated refined ride quality. The 2018 JL continued Jeep's mastery in blending robust off-road prowess with increasingly sophisticated amenities, reinforcing the Wrangler's iconic status in American automotive culture. And 2019 is the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Chevrolet pushed the C7 Corvette platform to its limits with the 2019 ZR1, boasting a supercharged 6.2-liter LT5 V8 that churned out 755 horsepower. Extensive aerodynamic enhancements like the massive rear wing and front splitter generated substantial downforce, ensuring the ZR1's immense power remained tractable on track. Upgraded cooling systems and optional ZTK performance package further honed its handling. Despite all this capability, the ZR1 remained relatively affordable compared to exotic supercars offering similar performance figures. It served as a C7 swan song, highlighting Chevrolet's dedication to extracting maximum speed from traditional front-end design. Revered by enthusiasts, the 2019 ZR1 stands as one of the most potent Corvettes ever produced. For 2020, it's the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Ford unleashed its most powerful Mustang to date in 2020 with the Shelby GT500. Equipped with a supercharged 5.2-liter Predator V8, it produced a jaw-dropping 760 horsepower. A 7-speed dual-clutch transmission provided lightning-fast shifts, a departure from manual-only tradition. Aero components, including an optional carbon fiber track wing, generated high levels of downforce, while massive Brembo brakes offered formidable stopping power. Despite its muscle car roots, the GT500 handled corners with poise, challenging European high-performance coupes. Inside, race-inspired seats and advanced digital gauges integrated seamlessly with Ford's Sync infotainment. The 2020 Shelby GT500 epitomized Ford's commitment to pushing the boundaries of factory-delivered performance, setting new benchmarks for American pony cars. On to 2021, we're going with the Cadillac Escalade. Cadillac unveiled its 5th-generation Escalade in 2021, emphasizing cutting-edge technology and refined luxury. A new independent rear suspension dramatically improved ride comfort and interior space, particularly in the third row. The centerpiece of the cabin was a sweeping 38-inch curved OLED display, housing both instrument cluster and infotainment functions. Premium materials, including wood, leather, and metal accents, maintained Cadillac's upscale pedigree. Diesel powertrains joined the lineup, complementing the traditional gasoline V8. Advanced driving aids, such as Super Cruise with hands-free highway capability, underscored the brand's foray into semi-autonomous technology. The 2021 Escalade reasserted Cadillac's place in the luxury SUV segment, merging iconic presence with modern innovations to meet evolving customer expectations. Oh, and 2022, we have the Ford F-150 Lightning. Marking a significant pivot toward electrification, Ford introduced the F-150 Lightning in 2022. This fully electric pickup retained the F-Series rugged design, but replaced the conventional powertrain with dual electric motors offering abundant torque and swift acceleration. Multiple battery configurations offered ranges surpassing 200 miles, while features like onboard power outlets showcase practical innovation. Despite skepticism from traditional truck buyers, the Lightning's capability, including substantial towing and payload capacities, helped shift perception of EV utility. By electrifying America's best-selling vehicle, Ford signaled a transformative era in which battery-powered trucks would become mainstream. The F-150 Lightning underscores the potential of blending heritage with forward-looking technology in American automotive landscape. For 2023, it's the Chevrolet Corvette Z06. In 2023, Chevrolet unveiled the C8 Corvette Z06, elevating the mid-engine platform introduced in 2020. Its new 5.5-liter LT6 V8 featured a flat plane crankshaft, uncommon for American engines, enabling a sky-high redline and thrilling exhaust note. Producing 670 horsepower without forced induction, it became the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 in production. Enhanced aerodynamics, including an available Z07 performance package, boosted track prowess with significant downforce. Lightweight carbon fiber wheels and carbon ceramic brakes complemented the advanced powertrain. The Z06 emphasized precision over raw displacement, aligning Corvette with supercar benchmarks worldwide. This ambitious engineering validated the C8's groundbreaking layout, reaffirming America's ability to challenge global performance elites with world-class innovation. And on to 2024, the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. For its 7th generation Mustang, Ford introduced the Dark Horse trim in 2024, a track-oriented variant aimed at serious enthusiasts. Powered by a revised 5.0-liter Coyote V8, the Dark Horse pushes horsepower beyond previous GT models, mated exclusively to a manual or performance-tuned automatic. Upgraded cooling, larger throttle bodies, and a sport exhaust system enhance its track credentials. Sharp aerodynamic tweaks from a unique rear wing to revised front intakes generate improved downforce and cooling efficiency. Inside, the Dark Horse features optional Recaro seats, specialized digital gauges, and suede light trim to elevate driver focus. By combining track-focused engineering in the Mustang's storied heritage, the 2024 Dark Horse encapsulates modern American performance, setting a bold tone for the new generation of muscle cars.